It's Chris and Tammy with Collard Valley Cooks. We are making a big breakfast today on this holiday. So I'm going to make my sour cream biscuits, and I'll put the recipe on here if you want the recipe. All right. I'm making mine just a tad different because I don't have quite as much sour cream as I need. But y'all will be able to tell what to do by the recipe. All right. So this is my butter. It's at room temperature, and you're going to be using, typically you would use a stick of butter with 2 cups of flour. And like I said, I'm just altering it just a little bit. Visit, baby. Talk to me, darling, if you need me to. All right, so we're just going to take our self-rising flour. This is White Lily self-rising flour. And we're going to blend in our butter. It's a room temperature butter. These are the best biscuits, I promise, that you will ever taste. I used to have some of the videos, I used to tell you that they were the best biscuit, but now that I've been doing this show or this channel for about 5 years, this is absolutely the best one, period. It's got the most stuff in it too, as far as all this butter and stuff. Oh my stars, is it delicious. Now you do have to get your hands dirty. You can use a biscuit cutter to do these, but today I'm going to hand roll them just like Granny did, or Mama did actually. So I'm going to put in my sour cream. It's supposed to be a cup of sour cream or 8 ounces of sour cream per cup of flour. So that's a pretty good ratio. And we are going to use some shortening. So if you want to make a small batch, you could use 1 cup of flour, 8 ounces of sour cream, and a half a stick of butter.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day, how it would be good if a restaurant made these, but then we were like, they would cost so much to make.
Yeah, they would.
They'd have to charge a lot for them.
Yeah, they wouldn't want to pay for them. All right, I'm just going to mix it by hand today. And I'm going to roll them by hand today to be a little different. This is how my mama made biscuits. My granny actually rolled them out and cut them. But my granny actually, rolled out the dough and then cut the dough with a biscuit cutter. My mama hand rolled them. That's the difference.
Did she use a rolling pin or did she just?
No, she just patted them out.
She just patted them out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She didn't mess with a rolling pin. I've got just a little bit of flour left in the bottom. I want to incorporate all of it just by twirling it around down there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a little flour in here. Now you could put it on the counter if you want to, or you could just put it in your bowl. I think I'll put it on the counter just so y'all can see what I'm doing better. All right, so I'm just going to put a little flour out on the counter. I'm going to take my dough, put it in the flour. Oh, I guess I should have started this sausage and I forgot.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to throw some sausage in my skillet real quick. Then we're going to come back to this because the sausage does need to start cooking if we're going to get all this done right on time for each other. I need to wash my hands anyway. They're a little bit messy.
Now, a lot of y'all are under that cold front. It hadn't got down here yet. We're ahead of the cold front that everybody up north has, and it's nice and warm down here today. But everybody from about Tennessee up is
really cold.
Freezing. Yeah, we're going to get some cold weather here in a couple of days.
All right.
Where you at?
To my left.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we're going to start the sausage. And we make a little extra sausage so that we can eat a sausage biscuit for dinner. Chris may go fishing today. He's on the fence about it. Because it's 60 degrees here, y'all, believe it or not. It's crazy. But it is going to be really cold tomorrow. All right, I'm going to use a half cup of grits. Throw them in there. Put a little water in this and get these started too. I just put a little water enough to cover them like this. And then we're just going to put a lid on them. Now this is a nonstick pot, which makes it much simpler. and let them start heating up. All right, we're going to get back to our biscuits.
So you got both of them on? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm doing it. Okie doke. Now here's our dough. And if you're going to roll a biscuit, your hand can't be that sticky anyway. So all you do is cut off a piece and roll it with your hands like so. Now, I guess it really would be a little faster. Let me see. I got a big thing of shortening right there. I made that one kind of little.
That's a little bitty one.
Yeah.
It's for babies. Baby biscuit.
Now, I like sausage biscuits with mustard, but Chris likes to eat them with jelly. And he's got him some fig jelly.
Now, I don't eat the jelly on my sausage biscuit.
Well, no.
I just eat a jelly biscuit.
Right.
Tammy puts mustard on the sausage biscuit.
Yes, I do. That's the way I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So you just use your thumb and you press and you roll and you press and you roll and you press and you roll. And that's how you get it pretty, okay? And your hand has to be pretty dry to do a good job. Rolling it. Now, we made these a few days ago for Facebook, and boy, these were so good. And then when you went to heat them up in the evening to have your sausage biscuit, they were delicious, weren't they, Chris?
Oh, yeah.
Now, these biscuits have a lot more fat in them than my regular biscuits. So, of course, they're going to come out and be more tender and at room temperature. My hands got to be dry to roll it. Pretty. I'll reach behind me and turn that off in just a second, Chris.
Now, we usually make our grits in the microwave, but we thought we'd make them on the stove top for y'all today.
Be a little different.
Since a lot of people like to do them on the stove top. Or they don't have one of those bowls like we use for our microwave, so they stove top it.
Yeah, I'm doing grits instead of gravy. So if you were hoping to see gravy, you can always look up another video. Lord, I got so many videos where I'm making gravy. All right, there's my biscuits. We're going to get them in the oven on 450 degrees, and I'm going to turn on the convection so we don't have to wait forever on them. They should be ready pretty quick. Okay. Now, I like to kind of pick up as I go, or about drives me nuts, so we won't be in a big hurry today. Let me scrape off my counter so I can clean it, and then I'm going to flip that sausage.
You want me to cut it down some? It's smoking
You can, yes.
pretty good.
Yes.
Cut it way down. Yeah, the other day we were doing a live video on Facebook. We set the fire on.
Yeah, we did. That was a lot of fun.
We're going to try not to
I
do
need
that.
to get me a wash rag. Let me sit right here and get
We're
one.
going to try not to do that today.
Lord, let me flip that sausage. Sorry, Daddy. When you're live, you kind of move around a lot. All right, now you can see these have started to boil, and you want to take the lid off of them when they do.
Yeah, if you don't. I tried to make some grits. I was at home with my mom and dad the other day, or my dad, and I didn't take the lid off, and they boiled right over, made a little bit of a mess.
Yeah, they sure will make a mess.
No, really.
So y'all
Real
come and look
big
at
mess.
them. You can tell they're cooking good. And I'm going to let you stand there and let them Look at that while I grab me a wooden spoon.
Okay.
This is a non-stick. It's my green bean pot. So you're going to want to stir them. You don't want them to stick. And then once most of that water boils off of there, I add milk. So I'm going to go ahead and add some milk. I'm going to turn them down. Oh, this is a new thing of milk. I'm going to have to use my... We just got this in yesterday.
Those things are hard to take off, aren't
Yes, they are.
Lord.
So then I add milk.
Okay.
And turn them down on low. And now they're just going to simmer on low. And by the time our biscuits come out, they're going to be scrumptious. Mm-hmm. We'll add our salt and pepper and stuff then.
Now, a couple of people have said something about the sausage. That's the kind of sausage we use right
Yes,
there.
it is. It's the only kind we eat, and it's delicious.
Yeah,
We've been eating it for years.
Several people are commenting about how good it is, because it is.
Yes, it is.
Sure.
Swagger it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You got time to wipe up the kitchen while you're cooking. You don't have to leave it in a mess. Mm-hmm. And I like to, because then it just makes me feel better. Then I have less to do when I'm finished eating, you know. I could put my grits up. Lord, I used to make grits so much more often than I do now. I love them. Chris is more of a gravy man than a grit man. Really. I think that should be enough milk too. But I'm going to leave it out just in case.
Just in case.
We'll go ahead and throw a little butter in here.
Oh.
And some salt and pepper while we got a minute's time. Pepper. You should reach in your salt before you reach in your pepper. If you don't, you got to wipe your hands off or you get pepper all in your salt. Okay. Well, you got that turned down pretty good, don't you?
Yes.
Because it's not over the heat anymore. Since I got it around the edge. All right, y'all. Tell us how often your mama made breakfast. My mama got up every day. Because my daddy would get up at 5 o'clock. My mama got up every day and she made grits, ham and sausage because we had pigs. She made eggs because we had chickens. And toast. Mama made toast. She made biscuits at night for supper every night. But she made toast for breakfast. So what she would do is wait until we got up for school to do our eggs. But she would do everything else at 5 o'clock for Daddy. And then she would cook for us just the eggs when we got up. That's a pretty good old mama, ain't it? She cooked almost every meal, and every night she'd make biscuits or cornbread. And she rolled her biscuits like I did today. But now Mama kept a big bowl of flour and she just used it over and over. The bowl,
How did she make her gravy?
Mama, she made white milk gravy. She made
So she made it
shortening,
yeah, instead of butter.
and salt and pepper. And then she would add whole milk and get it bubbly. And that's how Mama made gravy. And I like it like that, but it's really good with butter too. Because, that's the way I grew up eating it. And these are pretty much done.
You want paper towels? Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Just hand me the roll if you want to.
I'll put them over here.
Okay. righty. So we're going to take these off. And I was telling them the other day that Mama liked her sausage real soft. So what she would do is pour coffee in the skillet. After she got it done, she'd pour coffee in it and let it steam. Mama liked it like that. I like it crunchy, just like this. Ooh, this thing's hot now.
Yeah, I don't like it when it's soft.
Well, Mama did. Everybody's got their favorites. And we got to let that cool off a minute. Do you want your eggs cooked in that, or do you want me to put butter in it?
No, I don't want my eggs cooked in it.
Chris don't like his eggs cooked in sausage grease. So we're going to pour it up. And you can tell out of all that sausage, that's all the grease that was in there. I mean, a lot.
It needs a little grease, don't it?
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll take a look at our biscuits before we start our eggs. Now, most people would not do what I just did to make eggs. But me and Chris aren't most people. Are we, baby? We don't like a lot of grease, animal grease ourselves. We love butter. We are butter. We'd rather have them cooked in butter any day. All right, let's take a look at our biscuits and see how they're doing.
Yeah, soda. I'm getting along.
Ooh, they are really close.
Let me get that.
It's just a little piece of flour.
Oh, look at that. Look me a piece of flour.
They're almost done. So, you ready to make the eggs? Because these are almost done.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, we're going to fry them, I guess.
So this is about 20 minutes to make this.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
That's not bad.
Um,
we came on.
I got to have silverware today. Got to have silverware. While I'm over here, I'll get something to eat with. Okay. I usually put a pat of butter in here when I do my eggs. Okay. And I'm going to have to turn the skillet back on. And I'm not going to cook many eggs. Really, the skillet's too big for the amount of eggs I'm cooking, but we'll pretend like it's not. I mean, once you got one dirty, why dirty up another one, right? That's plenty of butter. I can put this butter in here, the extra. Okay. And I got 3 eggs. Chris will eat 2 and I'll eat 1. And he likes his a little runny. And I like mine done. I got to turn a little eye back on.
Yeah, gotta have a fire to cook it.
Well, if you're wondering if I like my stove, absolutely. I absolutely adore it. Adore it. Do I like the kitchen? I adore it. If you're new and you've never seen us before, our channel is Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook like Mama did. And I try to make older recipes. But sometimes I'll give you a quick recipe that somebody sends me. But man, we got some good food, some good recipes. So if you want to take a look, you need to browse around on our channel. And I can guarantee you'll find something you ate growing up.
Yeah, we've been looking at them, back at them lately. We got like 650 or 700, some crazy amount of videos on there now.
900.
900?
Yes,
Good.
900.
And
I mean, a lot of them. You know, we've moved over the years because the kids started college. We lived in the same house, y'all, for 20 years. 20 years we lived in that house. Let me bust my yellow. But then once the kids got out of school and COVID hit, we moved, and now we've moved one more time. So you're going to see a lot of different kitchens. These are ready. You're going to see a lot of different kitchens.
yeah.
Make sure you get a close up of these, Daddy.
Those pretty biscuits.
Right quick, and then I'll flip them upside down. I'll put some butter on them too. Don't those look good, y'all? See how pretty and fluffy they look? Let them see how they're, let me turn them around. I want y'all to see how they fluff up. See how puffy and fluffy they are. Puffy and fluffy. We're going to melt a little butter on them. As if they don't have enough butter in them already. Now, if you make these sour cream biscuits with this butter, you will be in love and you'll never make a biscuit another way unless you just don't have any sour cream. If you live up north and you can't get buttermilk, whole buttermilk, if you use the sour cream, they taste like a buttermilk biscuit made with whole buttermilk. They are super delicious.
Yeah, it's the closest thing you can get to it.
Yep. All right. I'm going to turn that up a little bit so we can get started with our eggs. They're a slow go. Now, when I get biscuits out, I'd love to make a picture of this. Let me get my phone and make a picture. It's been a while since I had a good picture of biscuits inside an iron skillet. Because most of the time when I make them live, and I never get a good snapshot. So today I'm going to. Okie dokie.
How's it look? Perfect.
Looks delish because now I'm gonna flip them upside down. If you're wondering why I did that, I like to flip them upside down so they don't sweat all over the bottom. They don't get soggy.
Plus, you can see the bottoms and what they look
I
like.
split that one in half.
Oh,
Look how pretty and brown they are.
perfect.
Now, do I love the stove? Yeah. I didn't know it, but it has a convection when I first used it to make my biscuits. But the only thing is I can't make my biscuits on this side because it don't get hot enough to brown. I have to actually put them on this side over here.
Now, all she did was cut them eggs way down while we were doing all that. That's why they didn't get.
Yeah, this thing gets hot. Look.
Yeah, when you turn it on, it goes. It's
That's
awesome.
hot.
Awesome stove.
All of the eyes are double eyes. There's 8 of them, and they're double. And so, I mean, you get plenty of gas coming in to make some good food. Good fried okra, fried chicken, and homemade breakfast. Look at them grits. They look delish. I'm going to put a little sugar in them. Now, we like sugar in our grits. Not everybody does. What, do you want to get out your jelly press? Or you want me to get these eggs up first? Your eggs are ready.
It don't matter.
Your eggs are ready, darling. Chris likes some runny on in the middle, but the white's done. So that when you poke them, they run like that. And I like mine done. So I bust mine. Okay?
No, you cook them where the white is done.
Yes.
Just the yellow is not done. You should
Right.
never get an egg where the white is not done. Sometimes you ask for that in a restaurant. They don't cook them right.
There's mine.
Tammy's is easy to cook right.
And then sausage, a biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to show you how pretty these biscuits are. Let me get me something to dip this out with.
Did you mix them up? I
What?
didn't see you mix them up. After you
Oh,
put that
I'll
sugar
mix them.
in. Yeah, you might want to mix them up a little bit.
And you want to make your grits a little bit thin because they get thicker when they hit the plate.
As the day goes on.
All right. You want grits?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yes.
Is that good?
Give me a little more. It's lunch. There you go.
Yeah, it is.
It's lunchtime. Need something to eat.
I'm going to put Chris's up here to stay warm while I try mine.
Okay.
And then he can eat. All right?
That's another
So-
good thing about that stove. We got a little warming.
Y'all take a look at this delicious biscuit. It is so soft. And I mean, it's good. Gotta get me something to wipe my hands with. So I'm gonna take a bite. I hope y'all have enjoyed watching this live. And I wish you all could eat with us. It would be fun for you to get to enjoy this good old sausage breakfast. That's how you stack it, just like that. I don't want to get burnt. One more second. I'm going to show them the syrup and tell them a story.
And those biscuits now, I'm going to tell you, they are. I mean, we're not kidding. We've ate buttermilk biscuits our whole life. And, you know, we make different biscuits for the show.
What you doing with my syrup? I'm sorry.
It's in there in the pantry. We make different biscuits for the show and stuff like that. We thought, well, we'll try these sour cream biscuits. And we tried them. We were just blown away.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. We bought this at the store the other day. It's cane syrup. When I was little, I was going to tell y'all a story. This guy makes it, and it's a Georgia-grown cane syrup. And it tastes a little bit like sorghum. I mean, it's got a cane syrup, that strong flavor. Chris is not crazy about it, but I love it. But anyway, when I was a kid, we grew some sugar cane. And Daddy made it. I remember it growing. I loved to cut it and eat it, you know. But he used it to make syrup for the cows. And when I was little,
Sorghum.
you know, yeah, sorghum for the cows. And we had these big metal bins, and they had wheels on them, and the cow would go up and lick it. And then, of course, they had salt blocks that they would lick. Well, when I was little, you know, you live out in the country and you just get what you get. We would pick wild strawberries and plums and stuff like that. So I decided one day I wanted something sweet and I was going to try it. And I ain't kidding. I went up to it and I spun that wheel around and I actually licked it. And I licked it.
Yeah.
And I have never in my life tasted something so awful.
Right where the cows have been.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I did not like their syrup.
Well.
Theirs is not like ours,
Oh.
but they sure loved it. Okay. I thought I'd tell y'all that story. So you'd know I did grow up in the country. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. And we thank you for watching Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook just like Mama did.